The future isn't being built by one company, one industry, or one technology. It's being built by thousands of people solving different problems from different directions. Some are building software, some are developing advanced computing infrastructure, some are creating humanoid robots, some are integrating AI into tools people already use every day, and some are pushing automation into environments as complex as factories, warehouses, and even space. Today, we're highlighting several organizations helping advance artificial intelligence and robotics. This is not an investment discussion or company recommendation. Our goal is to understand what these technologies can do and how we can begin using the lessons behind them in our businesses, careers, and our everyday lives. Let's look at AI in action. OpenAI has helped make conversational and generative AI accessible to everyday users throughout tools such as ChatGPT. People use these systems to explain difficult concepts, draft and refine writing, brainstorm ideas, analyze information, organize projects, research topics, create media, and improve workplace productivity. What can we learn from this? You don't need to be a software engineer to use AI. You need to identify a problem. Maybe you need to help organizing your thoughts, creating a first draft, summarizing a long document, preparing questions for a meeting, developing a marketing calendar, or learning a subject you've struggled to understand. AI can help you get started faster. But remember, a faster first draft is not automatically a better final answer. Review the output, verify important facts, and add your judgment, add your experience, add your voice. That's where the human advantage remains. Now let's move on to Microsoft. Microsoft is integrating Copilot into familiar workplace tools such as Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, and Teams. Its AI tools can support tasks such as drafting emails, summarizing meetings, organizing information, creating presentations, and analyzing spreadsheet data. What can we learn? Look at the work you repeat every day. Emails, meeting notes, reports, presentations, research, follow-up lists. That repetitive work may be the best place to begin experimenting with AI. The purpose isn't to remove your thinking, it's to reduce unnecessary friction so you have more time for strategy, leadership, customer relationships, and creative problem solving. Now let's push forward to Google. Google's Gemini tools are being used for research, writing, planning, learning, coding, and collaboration across products such as Gmail, Docs, Drive, and Meet. Google also offers AI-powered tools for scientific research and software development. What can we learn from this? Well, AI is becoming less of a separate destination and more of a layer inside tools people already use. That means adoption may not always require rebuilding your entire workflow. Sometimes it begins by asking, can this tool help me summarize information, prepare for a meeting, compare ideas, create a study plan, or find patterns I may have missed? The best technology often becomes powerful because it becomes practical. Now moving on to Apple. Apple is integrating artificial intelligence across supported iPhone, iPad, and Mac experiences with a strong emphasis on a device processing and privacy-focused cloud computing for more complex requests. Its tools are designed to help users communicate, create, organize, and complete everyday tasks. So what do we learn out of that? Convenience matters, but privacy matters too. Before using any AI system, understand what information you are sharing. Avoid placing confidential client data, private health information, passwords, or sensitive company material into tools unless you understand the platform's privacy, security, and organizational policies. Responsible use is part of becoming AI literate. Now let's talk about NVIDIA. Everybody talks about NVIDIA. NVIDIA provides computing hardware, software, simulation environments, and development platforms that help organizations train and deploy AI systems and intelligent robots. Its robotics platforms support simulation, synthetic data, AI model development, and the creation of autonomous machines that can operate in real-world environments. What can we learn from this? AI is not only a chatbot on a screen. Behind every visible AI application is infrastructure, computing power, data, models, software, testing, security, and people who understand the problem being solved. The lesson for business owners is important. Don't adopt AI simply because it's popular. Start with the problem, then determine whether technology can help solve it effectively. Then there's Figure AI. Figure is developing general-purpose humanoid robots designed to perform tasks in environments built for people. Its recent work includes full-body robotic autonomy and commercial efforts involving physically demanding work in distribution and logistics environments. What happens when artificial intelligence steps out of the computer and into the physical world? Humanoid robotics could eventually assist with repetitive, physically demanding, or potentially hazardous work. Warehouses, manufacturing, logistics, material handling, and perhaps over time, certain household or service tasks. So what can we learn? The future of automation isn't only software. It's also physical machines that can perceive, move, adapt, and interact with real environments. But excitement must be balanced with serious questions about safety, reliability, workforce training, cost, accountability, and responsible deployment. Better together means robotics to support people, not ignoring the people affected by technological change. Now let's move to SpaceX. It's been in the news a lot lately. They just recently went public. SpaceX is primarily an aerospace and connectivity company rather than a traditional consumer AI company. However, its work demonstrates how advanced software, automated control systems, simulation, engineering, and large-scale satellite operations can work together in highly complex environments. For example, automated software systems control critical functions during Falcon 9 launch operations, while Starlink involves managing a large satellite communications network. So what can we learn? Artificial intelligence and automation are often most powerful behind the scenes. They help monitor systems, process information, coordinate operations, reduce human error, and manage complexity at a scale that would be extremely difficult manually. The everyday lesson: you don't always need a flashy robot. Sometimes the most valuable automation is a system that prevents something from being forgotten, organizes information, flags a potential problem, or keeps a complex process moving. The bigger picture here. Notice what these organizations are doing. OpenAI is building general purpose AI tools. Microsoft and Google are integrating AI into the workplace and productivity systems. Apple is bringing AI into personal devices with an emphasis on privacy. NVIDIA is providing computing and robotics infrastructure. Figure is moving AI into the humanoid machines. SpaceX demonstrates sophisticated automation in aerospace and satellite operations. Different tools, different industries, different missions, but one common idea: using technology to solve problems. Now, let's make this practical, because Future Forward Friday should never leave you thinking, that was interesting. It should leave you thinking, I can use that. For small business owners, use AI to help draft customer emails, create frequently asked questions, brainstorm social media content, organize meeting notes, develop checklists, compare marketing ideas, build a first draft of a business process. For entrepreneurs, you could use AI to pressure test an idea, Identify questions you haven't considered. Create presentation outlines. Organize market research. Draft website copies. Prepare for a pitch. Turn a long brainstorm into a structured plan. For professionals, you could use AI to summarize long documents, prepare meeting agendas, create follow-up lists, draft reports, explain unfamiliar terminology, organize spreadsheets, build training materials. For students and lifelong learners, you could use AI to explain a difficult concept at many different levels. Create practice questions, build a study guide, develop flashcards, compare competing ideas, practice another language, but don't use AI to replace your own learning. Use it to deepen it. Now, for families, you could use AI to help with meal planning, travel itineraries, household schedules, activity ideas, language translation, learning new hobbies, organizing a complicated week. Again, review important information before relying on it, especially when health, money, safety, or legal matters are involved. We're going to do the human checkpoint here. AI can generate an answer in seconds, but only you can decide whether the answer deserves your trust. Artificial intelligence can be wrong. It can be misunderstood context. It can produce outdated information. It can sound confident even when the answer needs verification. So use what I call the human checkpoint. Before acting on important AI-generated information, check the source, verify the facts, protect sensitive information, consider the consequences, apply professional judgment, and when the stakes are high, consult a qualified human expert. That is what responsible AI adoption looks like. Today, we've seen that the future is being built through software, computing, robotics, automation, and human creativity. But technology alone does not determine whether the future becomes better. People do. In part 3, we're going to explore how AI is changing major industries, separate AI myths from reality, and introduce our tool of the week, issue the Future Forward Challenge, and answer the question at the center of this entire episode. Can humans and AI really become better together? I'll see you on part 3.